Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. So how are you today? Are you ready to go back to classes on Monday?
No,
No.
I'm
Why
not.
not? Why not? Tell us.
Because I don't have friends.
Oh my God,
And
that's so sad. That breaks my
yes.
heart. Really? What happened to your friends? Are they
Hmm,
gone?
I'm studying tourism,
Yeah.
but I'm changed the career. I'm
Ah, okay.
studying
Mm-hmm.
now comercio.
Uh-huh. International trade.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
yes, and my friends
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
finish
Uh-huh.
finish the career.
All
Yes,
right.
and
Let
that's
me. Uh-huh.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, luckily you will, are you like an extrovert person? Is it easy for you to make new friends?
No,
No? All right,
no.
well, okay, hopefully you'll find new friends like as soon as possible. All right, let me write something, Andrea, something that came up
Yes.
here. Career
Mhm.
is not the same as major. What is, I'm writing this on the chat. What is difference? Okay, check my question on the chat, please, where it says
Mhm.
career is not the same as a major. What is the difference? Any
Mm,
ideas?
no.
Anyone else? Anyone else wants to help us? Any volunteers? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, tell me,
A
Helena.
major is when you are studying something, in career is when you are actually working.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. So thank you, Helena, for your opinion here. Any other opinions? Any other comments? Let me tell you that the difference between career and major, it's when you are specializing on something, all right? For example, right now you are specializing on tourism management, or you are specializing on economics, or you are specializing on international trade or industrial relations or human resources. So that's what you are majoring. So you say something like my major, my major, I am majoring in human resources or in economics. You see my example there on the chat? I'm majoring in economics. All right. So basically, majoring means especializarse en algo, which is something that you are actually doing. In career, any person around the world can have a career. A photographer can have a career as a photographer. A model can be, can have a career as a model. Probably the problem or the situation here is that we have this word in Spanish, which means carrera, all right? And I totally get it. So just to make a difference, career is not the same as major, all right? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad that
Yes.
you were able to see the difference. All right. The first announcement. The first announcement for today is to check your kardex. All right. My question or the special request that I want to ask you today is that check if my I forgot the word. My subject is in your kardex already. Okay, make sure that it appears there, that it says Comunicación de Negocios and my name there, Jesus Gilberto Flores-Jaime. All right, check that out, please, because if you are not there, what you need to do is to contact your coordinator, right? Your major coordinator, and ask him or her why your name is not in my list, right? Maybe you are taking my class, but you are with a different teacher, all right? So homework number 1 for this week is check your kardex. Make sure that not only my subject, but all of the subjects that you pick, that you chose for this semester are there in your kardex. Number 2, another big announcement. I have a big announcement to make, and let me share my screen with you guys. This is the announcement, and you guys are going to be surprised to see what I want to share with you. Okay, now, last Thursday, all the teachers at the DCEA, we had a meeting with the director with the director, Claudia Gomez. And she told us that there are some classes that are going back to physical classes. However, as you can see, there are some subjects that are not going back. For instance, this one says hybrid, which means that the teacher is going to go back to the classroom and is going to receive or see some students. So that's why they are hybrid or híbridas. Okay, so if we go down, then we get to the virtual classes. All right. So what they did is that 75% of the classes are happening in a hybrid mode, and 25% of the classes are in a virtual mode. Now, what is important for me here is that I want you to see that comunicación de negocios or business communication, business communication, we are not going back to the classroom. As you can see here, it says virtual, right? All of the comunicación de negocios and comunicación organizacional, they are going virtual. So part of me, like my heart was like, I was really excited to see you guys. I was really excited to meet you, to see my students. I don't know you, but I miss my students. I want to talk to you in person. I want to interact with you face to face, in person, meaning in the classroom. However, the situation here is that my classes are way too big. I have more than 30 students per class. I have like 35 in one group, 33 in another group, 39 in another group. So my classes are too big. That's why the director and her team decided that this class and the organizational communication would go virtual. All right. I'm sorry to tell you this. I hope that this really doesn't affect you. And I hope that we continue working here, you know, using this distance class. How are we going to work? Well, we're going to continue working the same as we are doing today, meaning that every single Monday, I am going to publish one activity at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then you will have the entire week to complete the lesson. All right? Are there any questions here?
No.
That's sad, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Teacher?
but yes, tell me.
This would be for all the semester or just for this month?
It's for the whole semester.
Um,
For the whole semester, that's what they told us. The whole semester, it's going to be virtual. Eduardo, what's your question?
okay, thank you.
Yeah, I have a question. For example, I couldn't attend like the last class, so
Yeah.
I don't know how long will be like in the meeting, because
Yeah.
I have like a class after this, and I had to go to the CA, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I don't know.
That's a good question. That's a good question, Eduardo. And you know, I could be like switching schedules. Like for instance, last week it was Wednesday. This week is Thursday. Next week is probably going to be Friday. So I'm going to be jumping from one day to the next. And there is this thing, if you cannot attend this meeting, I get it, right? I understand that you have other obligations and I am not going to punish you for that. So I appreciate that you guys are showing up. Like for instance, today I have 26 students. That's a great number. And if you can attend my class, Eduardo, or or somebody else, remember that I am recording this session and I am going to be leaving or uploading this on YouTube. All right. So thank you for asking, Eduardo. Are there any other questions? Nope. All right. Okay, it's time to move on to, I want to show you that this week, I don't know if you probably have seen this, but this is lesson 3. This is numbers. And we start really quick with how we read numbers in English. And also we talk about currencies. And here, this currency, let me see if I can, yeah, this one right here. Now, this one, this symbol right here, and I'll make it bigger. This symbol right here, it's a pound. Eduardo, do you know where, in what country or countries do they use the pounds? Or what is, how do you translate pounds to Spanish?
Pounds is libras, right?
Yeah, but in this case, thank you, Eduardo. In this case, it's libras esterlinas, right? Because also there's another libras, but that's for weight, for pesos. Like, wow, what is the difference? Okay, so in this case, pounds refers to libras esterlinas, all right? £3.15. Any ideas where do they use this currency, Eduardo?
England.
Yes, in England. Basically, in England, it's actually in Britain, right? Britain, it's a group of countries. And these countries are made of England, of course, Scotland, Ireland, and more specifically, North Ireland and Wales.
The United Kingdom?
It's the United Kingdom, actually. It's United Kingdom or Great Britain. They are the same, all right? So next question, it's this symbol. You know this symbol. I don't need to ask you. It's $7.80. So we have dollars, and the United States is not the only country around the world that uses dollars. There are other countries such as Canada, Australia. Do you guys know any other countries that use dollars? Sorry. Besides the United States, of course. Sorry, Guada?
In Ecuador?
Ecuador, all right. In Ecuador, okay. Where else? Helena, do you have any ideas? Where do they use dollars?
I actually only know about United States and Canada and Australia.
Australia, all right. What about Singapore? Can you Google that, please? What currency do they use in Singapore, please? Please Google that.
Dollar also.
Dollars, yes, they do. They do use dollars. They use Singaporean dollars. All right. Tadeo, I see that you are there. How are you? You have this question,
teacher.
Tadeo.
Fine, thanks. Yes.
You have this question. In what countries do they use euros?
All Europe.
All Europe. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
No.
Like, for example, Switzerland. Switzerland is in Europe, right? But they don't use euros. What do they use in Switzerland?
A ver.
Okay, you can Google that too. Sorry, what do you say?
I don't know how to say in English, but franco, no?
Yeah, and it's very similar. It's francs.
Francs.
It's francs, yeah. All right. And the next question goes to Christian. Okay, 125 yen. In what country do they use yen?
In China?
Ah, wrong. Okay. Wrong. It's close to China, but it's not in China.
In Japan?
Any other ideas? In Japan. Okay. Christian, you know what happened is that in Japan, they use yen. And in China, they use yuan. All right. So it's very, I mean, it sounds very similar. So now I have one question for you guys on the chat. Let me, I want you to do a really quick search and tell me, I want you to Google this. I want you to Google the following information. I'm typing the question. Okay, let's begin with you, Estefania La Madrid. I want you to answer the first question, please. Okay. The next question goes for Guadalupe Vasquez. Okay, let me put it here in the chat. Okay, that question is for Guadalupe Vasquez. The next question goes for it goes for you, Eduardo Castro. This question is for you, Eduardo. All right, Tadeo. Next question. Are you are already doing one, right, Tadeo? No. Okay. So Tadeo, this question goes for you. Braulio Giovanni.
Yes.
Okay, this question goes for you. How much is 1 yuan to MXN? MXN stands for Mexican pesos. All right, and the last question goes for, who else is here? Areli. Areli Thursdays. Are you there, Areli? This question goes for you. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. So, okay. All right. First question on the chat. Okay, how much is $1 American to Mexican pesos, please? You can type the answer on the chat and you can tell us on the mic your answer, please.
It's $20.53.
20 pesos.
Así 20 pesos and 50 cents.
All right. Could you please type your answer on the chat, please? Question number 2. How much is €1 to Mexican pesos? All right. Who's going to answer the second question? How much is €1 to Mexican pesos? Help me here. I forgot the name of the person who was going to answer. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next question while you guys continue doing your research. How much is £1 to Mexican pesos? Oh, Humberto, thank you. Thank you for answering. Okay, the euro is 23 and 50 cents pesos, all right? The next question is, how much is £1 to Mexican pesos?
1 pound is 27.89 pesos.
Yes, 27 pesos, all right? Could you please type it on the chat, please? Thank you,
Sure.
Eduardo. Next question, how much is 1 yen to Mexican pesos? Okay, Tadeo, she says, okay, 1 yen is 0 pesos, 18 cents, all right? 18 cents out of a peso, okay? You can see the difference, like $1, 20 pesos, €1, 23, 1 yen, 0.18 cents. All right, now let's see what happens with the yuan. With the yuan.
1 yuan is 3 pesos, 23 cents.
Okay. Excuse me again, 3 pesos?
Yes, 3 pesos.
Yeah, all right. Okay, thank you. Could you please type your answer? Okay. And the last question is the Bitcoin, right? Everybody here has heard at least once in your life about the Bitcoin. And Arely is sharing with us that the Bitcoin in Mexican pesos is, how do you read that? Arely, help me, please. How do you read that number? That's a huge number. Give it a try.
No, it's so difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult. Can you try, please?
I don't know how it's read.
Okay, it's difficult. Who wants to give it a try? Who wants to give it a shot?
It's 915,900.82.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Eduardo. Okay. Can you see how crazy this is? Like the dollar is 20 pesos. The euro is 23. The pound is 27. The yuan 3 pesos. The yen is 18 cents. However, the Bitcoin is way too high. Way too high. So next week, we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin and Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies and everything that you need to know about them. All right. Right now, I'm going to jump to the last page right here. On this last page, I'm going to make it smaller so I can read it. What you have to do is to create your own currency. So for this, you already reflected on what would be the advantages and disadvantages of having one world currency. Maybe some ideas that you could have is that, well, if you travel to other parts of the world, you don't need to worry about exchanging money, exchanging pesos for dollars or for euros, etc. One disadvantage can be that we're going to be questioning ourselves, like, who's going to control the money? Who's going to have the power to control the money? Is the United States going to have the power to decide on the finances? So that's an interesting question. So on the last exercise of this week, it says here, you will design a poster. You will design a poster with your idea of a world currency, all right? You can do this on your notebook. Then with your cell phone, take a picture and upload it here. So you click here, it's going to send you to Padlet. Use the following elements. Currency name. Now, the question is, how do you plan to name your currency? I want you to give it an original name. And remember that for original names, usually the ones that work well are like the ones with 2 syllables. Like, for example, peso, it's 2 syllables. Dollar is 2 syllables. Yen is 1 syllable. I don't know. Maybe think of a name that everybody can remember easily. For example, don't think of stuff like Pipila. The name of a currency is going to be Pipila. Why not? Well, because Pipila is well known only in Guanajuato, in Mexico, but what about people in Thailand? People who live in Thailand, do they know where Guanajuato is or who the Pipila is? So think of something more universal. Don't think locally, think globally. Number 2, the symbol or the logo. What is going to be your symbol or your logo? Please come up with something original, all right? Now, number 3, the value of notes and coins. The question that I have for you is, are you planning to print your money? Are you planning to print bills or notes of, I don't know, 1, whatever you name it, or 2s, 5s, 10s, 20s, 100, 500? Okay, you decide it, all right? You decide what value your notes are going to have, or your coins. Notes, by the way, means in this context, it means billetes, all right? The next one, no, the item number 4 is anti-forgery features. What is this? This is a difficult word. Anti-forgery features means características okay, para evitar la falsificación, all right? Anti-forgery features. Now, if you check one note, they have these features. I am showing you right now. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? Okay, I'm showing you a bill, right? And right here, you can see that this is transparent, right? This is transparent, and the reason why, it's because what they are planning to do with this is to prevent forgery, okay? Para prevenir la falsificación. What elements are you going to put in your currency? Now, the design. Now you can see here that you have, in this case, Morelos, right? You have some beautiful butterflies around the note. Now, what elements are you going to include in your design? Again, same thing. Remember that this is universal, right? This is not a local thing. In this case, this note is only people from Mexico recognize these Morelos right here. Finally, the last question is your bank headquarters. The question for you is, let's imagine that you guys are going to have your headquarters in one city that you love around the world, okay? So the headquarters means la oficina principal. Where are you planning to establish your headquarters? In what city around the world are you planning to do this? Okay, I don't know. Maybe you tell me that it's going to be in Berlin, and you're going to tell me the reason why in Berlin. So I want you to be creative and start creating your currency and then upload it to Padlet. I'm going to open this page right here, and you can see that your partners already started doing their new currency. And let me show you one example right here. This person, I don't see the name. Okay, I don't see the name right here. But anyway, we'll figure it out later. This person is coming with an original proposal, which is Thai or Taihi. I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, and she or he is telling us the value of notes and coins. One Taihi, it's equal to 23 pesos and 50 cents. The bank headquarters are in London. And the anti-forgery features and design is that it has some watermarks, microprints, infrared properties, ultraviolet properties, and magnetics. So what I want you to do is, come up with some creative ideas. I understand that you guys are not studying the School of Design. However, grab a piece of paper and start designing your idea. Let me show you another one. This one is called Earth Money, all right? And this person is explaining to us the headquarters, the values, and the anti-forgery features, all right? That's pretty nice. Now, this right here, okay, is a person who is using Harry Styles, right? The singer, the pop singer. In this design, and this person, which is Majo Miranda, she decided to name it Jarritos, all right? And also, she gives us an explanation why she's naming, why she chose the name, the anti-forgery features. So please, I want you to be creative. I am seeing some dollars here, like for instance, this one with Bad Bunny. But we don't see what's original about this note. I like Bad Bunny, by the way, but I don't see that this is an original proposal, right? So please try to be more creative. This person doesn't say the name. Caudillo Ramirez Juan Pablo. Please, Juan Pablo, if you're listening to this, tell us more details about your currency. And also, try to create something that is not offensive, right? For instance, this MAGA hat, the one that Donald Trump used to wear when he was in campaign, I think that can be offensive to some people, all right? So please be careful with that, okay? So besides, you're talking about Francisco y Madero, and then you make poor Francisco y Madero wear this MAGA hat. I don't think it's fair, all right? So be careful with that. Try to do not write any thing that can be offensive to some people. All right. So that's it. That's it. So do you have any ideas for your currency? Do you have any questions about your currency, the one that you're going to create?
I have a question.
Yeah, tell us.
Is it wrong if we make a design with the face of a celebrity? Or it's not?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have like a limit here. I didn't say like, please do not use a celebrity, but you know, one person, Juan Pablo, started using Bad Bunny, and then some people use it Messi, Taylor Swift, Harry Styles. Be more creative, please. All right, be more creative. I know you guys can do it.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
Teacher,
Yes.
can I use my pet?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, thank
Why
you.
not? Okay, now the last thing that you need to do once you create your currency, you need to take a screenshot and you are going to paste it here. All right, you're going to paste your screenshot in this space right here. Okay, so I can tell that you have an evidence that you uploaded your currency on Padlet. All right, now, are there any other questions related to the class?
Yes, teacher. Yeah.
Tell us, please.
Did you take any page to do a currency, a good currency?
Some people
Apps?
are using Canva. All right. Do you know
Okay.
Canva? Let me type it here.
Yes, I know.
Canva.com. Yeah, everybody knows Canva these days, right? Canva
Okay.
is super easy to use. You don't need to use Photoshop or something like that, but Canva is really helpful. Or the poor old PowerPoint, right? You can use PowerPoint too. Or if you are like, you think like, oh, I don't know how to use Canva, I don't know how to use PowerPoint, you can grab a piece of paper and draw it and color it, and then take a picture with your cell phone. All right. I understand that you are not studying design or fine arts, but you're studying economic sciences in general. And that's why I'm going to totally understand your art. All right. Are there any other questions? All right. So we're going to stop here. Now, let me make clear that, again, I am sad because we're not going back to the classroom on Monday, at least in my class. So we're going to continue working virtually. And again, next Monday, there's going to be a new lesson, and the next Monday, etc., etc. So I hope that you like this way of working, and I don't know, maybe I'll see you somewhere, but at least you will see me here. The last announcement that I want to do, and I want to say this in Spanish, all right? This is important. So, dos personas en la tarea número 2 cometieron plagio. Y ya les dije, les mandé un mensajito quiénes habían sido, quiénes cometieron plagio. Entonces, recuerden, en las instrucciones les dije, no está permitido el plagio, ni copiar, ni no entregar tareas pues de otros alumnos. A pesar de que tengo 220 alumnos, me doy cuenta de la originalidad de los trabajos. Y si copias una vez, toma tu tarjeta amarilla. Y te digo, es la primera y última vez que copias, a la segunda, expulsado del curso. ¿Ok? Por favor, no caigan en esa tentación de enviar tarea copiada a otra persona. Okay, so that's it for today. If you have no more questions, I will see you guys next week. Take care. Good luck in you guys going back to classes on Monday. And happy Valentine's. All right. Okay. See you next time. Hugs and kisses. All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
See